them out. Another common question we get is, do you put the needle where it hurts? Everybody always wants to know. There's a little model that I have in my office that shows points all over the body. And there's some that are shown in sensitive areas, and people are like, you're going to put a needle there. Sometimes we put it where it hurts, and sometimes we don't. So the cases where I would not put a needle where it hurts would be if somebody came in and I didn't have access to that area. So I treat some people that are in wheelchairs who are paralyzed. I'm not going to be able to access their low back if they're coming in for low back pain. In those cases, I would use other areas of the body, the scalp, the ears, the ankles, the wrists. And believe it or not, we can treat pain that way. You have to remember that everything in the body is connected. And one of the ways that acupuncture works is by working on the fascia, which is the connective tissue that's like plastic wrap that goes around all of your organs and your muscles and everything like that. And it's like one big continuous sheet. So surgeons cut through your fascia and they use different holes in your fascia. They're called fascial planes where they divide. But underneath all of that, it's all connected. So if I go over here and crinkle this end of saran wrap, this end of saran wrap is eventually going to feel it. So there's different ways to treat pain without going directly into that area. Another reason that I might not go exactly where somebody is hurting is going to be if it's an acute injury. For example, if we get an athlete who comes in and says, I twisted my ankle on my run tonight, I've got a big race in 2 days. I'm not going to go into that ankle because I'm going to further aggravate it. Even though acupuncture works to heal pain, it is a micro trauma. Without getting too technical and boring, the idea is that when we put a needle in, it causes a slight amount of irritation to the area. You don't feel that, but the body says, hey, there's something sharp going into me. So it sends a lot of inflammatory cells there, which is a normal thing that happens when your body is damage happens. And then when we start twisting the needle around, it realizes, hey, this needle didn't really hurt anything. It's really small. So it pulls those inflammatory cells back out. And in doing that, it pulls the inflammatory cells that were already in that area out. When somebody has an acute injury, I need that inflammation there. Their body needs that inflammation there. It's got to heal. Inflammation in an acute case is a good thing. We hear all about inflammation being bad. And yes, most of us have way too much inflammation, but there's a reason that inflammation happens in the body. So in cases like that, I'm not going to go into that area. It's better for me to treat using other parts of the body to help that heal faster. The other reason that I might not go where it hurts, or that I might go where it hurts, even if it's an acute injury, is going to depend on what the patient's goal is. So if your goal is to come in here and be pain-free or get as low on the pain scale as we possibly can with your condition, I'm going to treat you one way. If I have somebody else that comes in, to use that athlete example again, and their livelihood is based on playing polo, I treat a couple of polo players. It's not about, hey, I know I just hurt this elbow today, and the best way to treat it is not to aggravate it and to kind of let it heal and let's keep it healthy. It's, I got to play polo tomorrow. So I'm going to treat them and maybe go into that area only because their goal is not to be pain-free. Their goal is to be able to play polo tomorrow. So we have to take into account the individual patient as well and what their goals are.